Gentlemen, I have hit the button. We are moments away from going live, and I'm going to drop into the YouTube URL here and turn off the audio when it comes in. It looks like there's 24 people waiting. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it. We're going to hang out today. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to do all the things. Good to see you, Dom. Welcome. Sounds like the audio is working out okay. Here's the thing, boys, girls, cats, kittens, and poodles. It's not always the case where everything works out. There's always going to be some slight mishaps. And sadly, not everything is dialed in as I'd like today, but we are live, and that's okay because most importantly, you're here. And I got to tell you, I am pumped. I am excited. I am filled with exuberance. Can you say that with me? 1, 2, 3, exuberance. Dig. I am filled with tenacity. I have the audacity to make it happen, and you can too. So here's what's going to happen. Am I going to Vid Summit? Probably, good chance. I've been a speaker the last 2 years. That's no guarantee. Who knows? But good chance I'll be at Vid Summit hanging out with all my friends. It is such a good time. Just got back from social media marketing world versus video marketing world, all the events, and had such a great time. Hung out with a lot of creator friends. Me and Daniel Battelle had a great time. We had a lot of nice meals together, and I had a chance to speak. But this isn't about me. This is about you. And what I want to do today is take your questions and just let you know I am so excited. See what's new in Mac OS Monterey. No, I'm busy. I'm live streaming, so we won't do that. Hey, if your channel is dead, then listen, you can revive it, but you gotta focus. Really gotta focus on the audience. You got to let go of all the stuff that was once there, and you got to focus forward and really think about the people that are on YouTube right now looking for similar content as to what you're publishing, and do that. Your channel isn't dead. You just got to bring some new life into it, okay? So let's do this. It looks like I'm looking pretty good. I'm digging it. We have 45 people here. That's pretty cool. Haven't live streamed in a hot minute, but we're back in action, and we're slowly making way with the studio. And I got to tell you, there are so many things, right? Have you ever thought about just how many things there are to master and move forward with? What's your biggest takeaway? Asked Gord. Gord, my biggest takeaway is that there's nothing more powerful than focusing in on your own journey and and taking the steps necessary. Because honestly, my biggest takeaway was probably story. I only went to one session. Pretty much when I go to these events, I focus on my own talk. I focus on my own speech. I might go to a session or two maybe, but primarily I network, I hang out. It's more of a social event. And the biggest takeaway for you, my friend, is to take the next step. And the fact is, most creators right now watching this live stream or video replay, they kind of know all the stuff they need to do. But sadly, so many people get caught up in wondering, like, what's missing? What is the secret ingredient? I just polled my audience. I was dumbfounded. Hundreds of people responded, and I asked a simple question. Do you feel you're missing some key information that would help you grow your channel? 65% said yes. And the fact of the matter is, either you're just getting started and you have a bit more to learn, or you really have heard all the key information. And at that point, it's just about doing better and getting better. That's what I would say. I just saw a question from Alex at E for Electric. How many hours should beginner YouTubers spend on their channel per week in addition to their full-time job? I mean, Alex, for me, I think it's really about deciding that YouTube means a lot. If anybody wants to move forward and grow, you have to dedicate your focus to YouTube when sadly you're already investing a lot at school or work, etc. But something has to go. I would say probably a minimum of 8, 10 hours. Maybe you could get by with 6, but the focus needs to be really in there. In fact, right now, me going live is a great example. Never blow your nose on a live stream. Don't ever do it. My God, man, what kind of live stream is this? Here's the thing, though, back to the question, how many hours? What's it going to take to grow? Nothing is more key than striving to learn what's most importantly, but more so putting into practice what you learn. And it's really simple. If you can do 3 things, you can grow. If you can upload videos, is anybody here struggling to upload a video? If you are, start there. And the only thing you have to do in order to grow is upload a video. In fact, me going live is this exact thing because things weren't working. I was really tired a bit ago. I crashed. I just got back from California. I've got enough energy, but it would have been so easy to say no. But again, I've got the audacity and the tenacity, and I want to do it, and I want to move forward, and I want to improve my earnings on YouTube, and I want to reach more people. I love this, and it takes energy. So I made sure I went live, even though everything is not perfect. So if you're struggling to upload, do that. And then after that, you simply go back and you go, what is one thing about this video that needs improving? Maybe it's your audio, your editing, maybe your delivery on camera, your ability to communicate clearly needs work. Then you work on that. And then when you kind of like you have that thing identified, step number 2, what do I need to improve? Then you publish. And you just strive to improve that one thing. And here's what I guarantee if you're watching and you want to grow. I guarantee that if you do this over a period of time, not a few videos, not I'm going to test out and see what happens, fail. Fail. You know those streamers that have the buttons like I'm kind of old school and I do it. Fail. Anyway, that's really the way to do it. And if you do that, you will improve and your videos will get better. Alper's channel, Brian G, you're awesome. Video channel and style. I watch all of your videos. Thank you for your great help. Darren from Australia. Hey, thanks, Darren. I really appreciate it. So that's really the thing to think about. Where did I see someone asking about? There we go. What are keywords? Keywords are simply, if you go to, I don't think I can, this is the thing that's just driving me nuts today. I don't know why this just won't work for me. Man, I can't share my screen today, man. I've tried so many times and the permissions just, I get bogged down. But if you go to YouTube and you go to the search bar and I want you to type in a phrase that people in your channel or in your niche might look for. And when you do that, if you type in, let's say, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or how to lose weight, when you type in a phrase, you'll see suggested phrases that YouTube shows on the screen. Those are keywords. Choose one and add it to your video title. That will help you be found by those people that are looking for that kind of content. Keywords are really, really powerful. So gang, that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm going to hang out. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to hopefully inspire you to move forward. I'm going to hopefully help you understand that you can succeed. Because listen, like if I've grown to close to, 165,000 subscribers, 12 million, 13 million views, you can too. Hey, Kristen, I just want to say thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the studio is looking pretty good. And that's just another thing that I was talking about. Like I've had this studio now for about a year and it's taken me a long time. You know, it's like I moved into a new home and I had different angles and I've got something happening over here and I have this and it all takes a lot of time. It's not just about buying a camera or getting a fancy light. It's about knowing how to use a key light and a fill light and more RGB lights in the back and the candles and all the things. But anybody can do it. If I did it, you can too. The thing you got to do is study, research while you're publishing on a regular basis. Hey, check this out. Listen, if you want to grow, I want you to realize and honor the fact that the people that you look up to, the YouTubers with tremendous amounts of views and subscribers, they all really focused hard for a longer period of time when they were coming up. All of my friends did it. Daniel Battelle, Nick Nimmin, Roberto Blake, Kristen, who just super chatted me $5. Kristen, appreciate you, love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. So that's the thing. Like, if you're like, oh, YouTube hates small creators, or you're not focused on what you can do, and you're really not uploading regularly, then it's really hard, if not impossible, to grow. And again, if you look at all the big YouTubers you really enjoy, go back and you'll see there was a period where they were grinding it out. It's a phrase that we use here on YouTube because it just kind of is. Simplify gardening. Tony, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you, man. When the live is over, mate, there we go. When the live is over, give me a shout, more than happy to help. Yeah, I'll figure out what's going on with the screen sharing. This happened to me a while ago, and it's like, there must be one button that I'm missing. We'll figure it out. No big deal. Really appreciate you, Tony. Thank you so much, my friend. There's my pal over at Go ADHD Go. Dude, appreciate you, John. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, gang, if you're digging this, do me a favor, hit the like button, and let's just see, just for the fun of it, right now we have 32 likes. Man, that is amazing. And 61 people here right now. Incredible. And it's just so cool to see so many awesome people. I see Scully's in the house. Simplify Gardening is here. One of my coaching clients, Gord Eisman, is in the house. Also, part of my coaching program back in the day. And where is Gord? Maybe he's back up here. Man, there's just, I should have. Oh, $10 super chat, a second super chat. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. Here's the thing, man. As someone who coaches, supports, and helps YouTubers grow, I have seen what Tony has done. And Tony has, like, it's ridiculous. Is it 300,000 subscribers now, my friend? Like, crazy. 250, 400. I can't keep up. Unbelievable. I like the lights, dude. You know what? I like them too. And what's really cool is, like, this just kind of happened. And it's how it is. For a long time, like, I was trying to film on the there it is, the brick wall right here. And I ended up shooting the opposite direction against the red brick. And finally, I kind of got back in this corner. And it's not quite the angle I thought I would use. But here we are. And that's the thing about, like I talked about, being consistent. The consistency allows you to improve, to move forward, and to try new things out. And sooner or later, your mind will go, whoa, what about if we move the angle over here? And what if we put RGB lights? Because see, I have an RGB light right there. I got another one right over here. You can't see them, and they're shooting that blue light up. And then back here, I don't know if you guys can see, but oh, there goes the candles. And so they're off, candles are off, candles are on, candles, just small little things. And over time, when you're consistent and you keep coming back, your mind will give you little keys of what you might want to do to improve. And, someone said, hey, I like the lights, dude. And that's the thing you want. You want a positive result, a bit of engagement from the audience. Listen, I just gave this presentation at Social Media Marketing World, and I really talked about how to trigger the YouTube algorithm. And I'm going to kind of break it down for you right now quickly. If you go into your YouTube analytics and you measure your video performance, so pay attention to the last video you published. And if you go in and you look at the analytics, you'll see a tab that's labeled engagement. It's a big clue. And I want you to think about, what are the analytics that really measure engagement? Watch time measures engagement. Views, that's a sign of engagement. How about the CTR? Really powerful, and so on. How about end screen clicks? If someone clicks on your end screen, again, really powerful signal that the viewer was not only interested, because that's all CTR, right? We hear about CTR. Well, all that really tells YouTube is that the viewer who clicked was interested, but they haven't even started watching yet. And that's why I like to focus more on watch time, because watch time is really a marriage between CTR here and average view duration. And when you bring those two together, you get the watch time. Does that make sense? So the thing you can do is strive to make your videos and your live streams more engaging. Thanks for the comments on the lighting. Hot mess history with Tia. T said, I spent the last part of 2020 grinding it out. 4 months, weekends, no weekend sleeping. I was able to quit my job. Check this out, gang. I grinded it out for months, no sleeping. I quit my job in February 2021. I am now a full-time YouTuber. Man, is it T? Ty? Amazing. I just thank you so much for the super chat, because that pops up on my screen. It gives me an opportunity to see that. It gives me an opportunity to pin your comment and get really excited, because here's what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. And listen, if you want to grow, check this out. I'm talking to you. If you want to grow and you're like, I'm not sure. I want you to do your best to put that doubt to the side and tell your brain to shut up. I want you to stare fear in the face as you kick down the door of opportunity, as you announce your arrival wherever life may take you. And as you're kicking that door down, I want you to move forward and do what you can to practice the art of being a YouTuber, which is the art of making engaging videos like we just talked about. Can you feel me? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a amen? Because that is the game here on YouTube. And I got to tell you, man, it's true. And if you continue to publish and you continue to try, and you're always asking yourself, what do I need to do to connect my content? And this is the other part. You've got to connect your content with an audience that looks for that. I saw a channel, really creative. It was like a puppet, dog puppet, barking and reviewing movies. And if you're here, brother, man, my hat's off to you. So creative, so amazing. Something for the poodles. I dig it. Thank you for the poodle super chat. Far out. And so here's the thing, right? Like when you move forward and you decide you're going to continue and you keep moving forward and you keep working and practicing, you will find your way. But if the thing you're creating isn't really what the audience was looking for, because this channel was kind of doing this puppet thing and reviewing movies. Now, here's the thing. When I think about movie reviews, I don't know if I'm looking for a puppet dog and like you might get a very, 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 very small cult following. I'm talking really small, but you got to be willing to bend. You got to be willing to try new things. And frankly, I think the biggest thing that we can work on as content creators is our delivery of the content we produce. So if you're on camera, great, work on your presence. How many times have I said or during this stream? Can I get an count? How many times have you heard me say or ah? I don't, because I've practiced. Like maybe I said it once. Nobody's perfect, but the frequency is few and far between. Brian G, you are my favorite favorite content creator. You must have cracked your cranium, brother. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It feels good. Like, gang, I got to be honest here, man. I don't want to be like talking down if you're struggling, if you're not sure, because I know like how tough it can be mentally. Like I just wasn't sure I would make it here today, but thank goodness I did, because if I want to move forward and continue to reach my potential, forget the views and subs. I just know I can do better. I just know I can stand on that stage, give a great presentation, and help people move forward when I'm live on stage. And I know I can make better, more engaging videos, and I can do the same with live streams. But the only way is I got to show up and I got to practice. Man, insane McLean, brother, thank you so much. You guys are too you're too kind, man. Wow, you're making me blush a little bit. 70 people. Gang, here's the thing too, like I want to share a little bit about kind of how I think about success and moving forward. I'm a big proponent, is that what the fancy people say? I'm a big proponent of doing your best to making things simple and actionable. So I'm kind of like last weekend I was in San Diego, and man, it was so beautiful. Like I went to one of my favorite restaurants with Daniel Battelle, Roy Yamaguchi's, and had this great meal with Phil from TubeBuddy. Back in the day, he started TubeBuddy, and Rob. Rob was there from Uscreen and a couple other creators, and just had such a nice time, And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about, I'm really excited to get back home because it takes me a while to create content, to make my backdrops, to do my editing, to do all the stuff. And I'm excited to create because that's what I love. And I think that's one of the secrets of successful YouTubers is they continue to create. And as I was in San Diego, like I was saying, I'm kind of thinking, I want to make more money and I want to boost my earnings and my revenue, and I want to reach more creators. And like, what's going to be the best way for me to move forward? What's just one simple step? And again, this kind of almost ties into that 3-step process I talked about. And I didn't think about like all 10,000 things and this or that, and then ask a bunch of questions and ask my friends. I'm like, you haven't really live streamed on a regular basis in a while. You need to get in the habit of showing up live. And frankly, I probably have made $50 in 30 minutes with super chats. I'm not asking, you kind folks are giving. And furthermore, it gives me an opportunity to answer your questions. Pam's got a really great question. Pam, I love this one. And I just want to mention Pam is another coaching client of mine. She's been with me since the age of time, the dawn of time. The earth was cooling, the dinosaurs were roaming, and me and Pam were trying to figure out YouTube. And Pam's question is, how do you balance quality with quantity? And I published a video like 3 weeks ago, and I talked about always working on a great video. And basically, like, I look at my YouTube time and I might spend an hour, 2 hours in the morning with comments or emails, a lot of scripting often. And so that time in the morning is the only time I'm going to script. And if I'm creating a quality video, I'm always going to write it out word for word. And I was talking to Daniel Battelle. He does the same thing. And the system that I've come up with is I start with that video in the morning and I write stuff out. And when I start feeling like, I don't know if I can continue this for more than a half an hour or an hour. So I might work on it for an hour. Then I literally create a new script for a new video. And I just try to keep it raw, simple, and I don't write it out word for word. I just create bullet points. And I can have that done in between 15 and 45 minutes, an hour max. Sometimes I'll end up writing a lot of stuff out. But what I find is when I'm really striving for quality, I really get in my head and I go back and I rewrite and I tweak. And to be fair, a lot of those videos have done very well, but there's a price to pay, time. So by saying, hey, I can only work on this for 1 hour or an hour and a half, and then I'm going to go on and I'm going to create a simple outline for a video. Like I could create an outline for a video right now talking about, can live streaming help me grow? And I'm like, live streaming, creating videos, what you're trying to achieve. Is it views? Is it money? What live streaming is great for, understanding that there's live, you know what I mean? It's like I've got my bullet points, and then I just simply create a video where I'm kind of freestyle. I'm not reading word for word, and I'm just doing the bullet points. And then the next day I can edit, or I can continue to work on that quality video. Do you have any tips to improve vlogging? If you're into vlogging, then what I want you to think about is I want you to think about all the elements that go into a great TV show. And by the way, if you're a YouTuber, hey, listen, if you're a YouTuber and you're trying to get more views, then this applies to you. I want you to think about what draws you to a great movie. Why did you like the great movie? Why did you enjoy a series on Netflix? Whether it's kind of like reality TV based, right? Or it's a movie or it's a series. And a lot of times it's the same core elements that we also can, and I believe should focus on, like story and cinematography and music and editing and delivery and how we look on camera and our voiceover and our presence on camera and the topics we choose. And these are the things that make a vlog do well. Okay. A vlog is really a mini movie, and you're capturing and you're outdoors and you have a chance to be really think cinematography. If I was doing vlogs, I would be filming in the morning at golden hour and in the evening at golden hour. And if that didn't work, I'd try to capture some of that, but I would do anything I can to make my videos look and sound better. And even more powerful is I would think not just about vlogging as a niche, because guess what? It ain't a niche. Vlogging is not a niche. A niche is you can ask 1,000 people about a type of a hobby. Like, hey, what's your hobby? Oh, I'm into sewing. What's your hobby? I'm into painting. Painting is a niche. How to paint, speed painting is a niche. Vlogging is too general. And in general is the curse of death unless you've been creating videos like Casey Neistat for 20 freaking years. I mean, have you ever thought about it? Like Casey Neistat was creating short films for HBO. What? And he's been practicing cinematography and storytelling. By the way, vlogging is really hard if you don't have an itch. So what you can do is instead of moving forward in that manner, think about how you're going to stick to one topic and then use vlogging as how you create your videos. And when you do that, you'll stand a better chance of bringing people back. If you're always talking about one subject like painting or gaming or cinematography or how to become a filmmaker, you're going to be more likely to bring people back when you're focused on improving. Peter McKinnon is my favorite, someone just said, I think right there. Favorite vlogger, amazing. And here's the thing, right? So Peter McKinnon is a vlogger, and to a degree, he can go a lot broader than folks like you and me. But you know what? I mean, here's what's crazy. He's got a niche too. He does videos on how to use camera gear. He just did a video on the new Apple Studio. Well, great for video editing for people that are trying to make cinematic type beautiful looking stuff. So he really thinks about his audience are people that are into creating films, and he teaches people how to make better video content while he also does entertainment kind vloggy type content. But he always kind of goes back to filmmaking, editing, sound design, anything that's really focused on how do I make a video. Renee, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. And I think let's just do a check, gang. 60 likes. Holy smokes. I got to say thank you so much, Renee. I'm going to get right to your question here real quick. Excuse me, allergies. This nose doesn't want to stop running. 60 likes, 62 likes. You guys are the best. So Renee asked, do you think it's better to appear on camera? I'm debating this more and more. I do documentary style videos. Is it better for growth and engagement? Honestly, if you do, so I absolutely believe if you're doing documentary style content, which I've actually played with that in the past myself, and I love it. I like the dramatic music and coming up with a theme around a specific topic. And I always ask myself, how do I want to make the viewers feel, right? Like when I know that this is kind of a scary topic, I can create that dark music and whatnot. And to facilitate that, to tell that documentary story, I think a voiceover is critical. Now, you can absolutely go on camera, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to start growing. However, that being said, the biggest thing that we can improve as YouTube creators is how we show up. And that is our voiceover and how we talk and how we communicate. And check it out. This is big. You know, I paused there, I stopped, I slowed down my tone. It's called tonality. And the more you practice that, the more you can get better at it. And you can really pull people into your story. So, do you have to be on camera? I don't think so. Should you be? Maybe. But make no mistake, anytime words are coming out of your mouth, really practice that. 71 likes, 61 people here. Amazing. You guys are the best. Let's see what else we do. What other questions we have, I should say. What is going on? Ro, good to see you. Ultimate Tech Hub. Sheet Music, Sheet Metal 101. Architectural Sheet Metal 101. Good to see you, my friend. 72, right? I know, it's so cool. Hey guys, drop your question in right now. There's Gord. Has your passion for nature, wildlife photography affected your video shooting? Absolutely, because I am trying to learn. I'm always thinking about making a beautiful piece of art, whether it's a video or a photograph. And for those of you that don't know, I've been doing a lot of photography and whatnot. And I want to show you this. It's kind of cool here. I'm going to go to, let's get out of this crazy thing. Where's my favorites? Oh, here we go. Check this out, guys. This is amazing. I can't believe I took this photo. So I guess it's not going to like focus very good, but yeah, eagles, birds in flight, birds capturing stuff like poor little bunnies. And yeah, so absolutely, Gord, because I'm always trying to take the very best photo. I'm always trying to, like, that's why this set looks good. I wanted it to, and it's still not quite 100% done. And I got some stuff to figure out, but you know, we're making it happen. So it's definitely helped me. And I think anytime you're always trying to make something look better, you will grow. This is a really great question. I optimize my videos, but I'm still getting low results. I just spoke a moment ago about really focusing on the engagement signals. Now, here's what's up. You kind of can optimize for engagement, but if you think optimizing is putting keywords in your title, that ain't it. Because the only thing that can do is get someone to click on your video. But frankly, you've got to get them to watch till the end. That's the goal. When you make a video, is to get people all the way to the end and then they click an end screen. Or as they're watching your video, they're like, this is so good, I got to subscribe because I want more. So the thing I want you to think about is value engagement signals. Watch time, study your watch time, study your average view duration. If you're publishing a 10-minute video, strive to keep people watching for 5. I would say a really great video length is between 4 and 6 minutes, and try to keep people watching for 3 minutes. And the thing, optimization, if you're thinking keywords and thumbnails, that only can help you get a click, but that's not enough to win the approval of the algorithm, because the algorithm wants to know that a group of people loved your video, and the way they determine that is how engaging it is. Okay, so that's really the thing I want you to think about, my friend, and you'll be far more likely to move forward and definitely grow. Pam says more more like more likes than people watching. Awesome. Yeah, that is way awesome. We've got 82 likes and there are 82 people here. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you. If you like these live streams, when you like, when you share, when you comment, when you give me positivity in the chat, that helps because that is a sign of, guess what? Engagement. It's almost like this stuff just kind of keeps working and whatnot. And frankly, when I was in San Diego at the event. I talked to a brand about partnering with them and bringing you guys live streams on a regular basis. So thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for sharing because here's the thing. I got to come clean. I promised them 100 concurrent viewers and I'll get there. First time live streaming in a while. We have 75 people here. Not too bad. We will most certainly make 76. So we're getting there. Yo, what is going on? Walter, good to see you, my friend. Great picture. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Great photo. Says homekeeping channel. Thank you so much. That's pretty neat. Like I've spent way too much on gear. Last summer, that was kind of my hobby and it kept me sane as I was kind of like coming up with my new lifestyle and whatnot. Hey, we got a good question here. Guys, thank you for dropping the Q in front of your question. That's a Niminati thing. I just know it. Nick is always, am I right? Are you guys watching Nick on Saturdays? I know I am. I just, did you know it's Nick Nimen's birthday? Go on to Facebook and wish Nick Nimen a happy birthday. Brian, that powerful video you have always popping on your end screen, is it intentional or best for viewer? Yeah, what I do is when I'm thinking about the video I'm shooting, I already know what video I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. So when I film, what I do is I do not say, listen, this is really important if you want to increase that engagement to keep people watching and moving forward. So the thing I do is I might be, let's say you've got a barbecue channel, right? And you're talking about the 3-2-1 method, 3-2-1 for baby back ribs. Not 3 hours on the smoke, 2 hours in tinfoil. And then you take the ribs out of the tinfoil, you return them to the grill for 1 hour. Now, here's the thing. Your spice rub is really a critical element of your barbecue ribs. And the video on the screen right now has got an amazing spice rub. You want to click that video. And what I just did there is I didn't say the video's over. I didn't say thanks for watching. I looked at the video I was filming, or make believe I was filming, right? And then I tied the video to the end screen that I'm talking about. So I know I've got this great video on spice rubs, or you've got a great video on whatever subject. And then I want you to think about how you can tie the video that's doing well, that you're going to mention at your end screen, how you can tie that with the content, just like I did. And then you're going to kind of go into the content and whatnot. And when you get towards the end, you do not say anything that resembles letting the viewers know the video content is over. Hey, not Ober. Ober is, that might be German. I'm not sure. Obermeyer. See, there you go. I think that's a German ski brand. So that's really what you do. And then you go straight into why they should watch. You do not say, click this video and go watch. No, you don't do that. You go into why they should watch. So let's go again. Let's go back to the barbecue rib recipe. And notice I'm doing the content, right? 3-2-1, 3 hours on the smoke, 2 hours in the foil, 1 hour finished, little bit of barbecue sauce, delicious ribs. Now, here's the thing. If you really want to hit a home run, you want to ensure you've got an amazing spice rub, and so many contain too much salt. But not this video right here that's got the spice rub. And when you do that, I guarantee you will increase the percentage of people clicking on your end screen, and that will absolutely help you. Can you dig what I'm putting down into your ear hole? Let me know. You dig? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a, that was a cool tip, or no sound? Sound is good. All right, I dig it. The sound is good. I'm a a Journey member. Cool. I'm a Journey member too. 83 people here. Hallelujah. I'm digging it, says Tony. You guys are the best. Tony, welcome to the crew. I like what you do. Keep on keeping on. Oh my gosh, do we got a barbecue? Crushing the barbecue. I mean, am I right or am I right? If you are dead broke barbecue, you know 3, 2, 1, and you know I'm throwing down in the backyard. You know I just dropped $50 on Applewood. Someone says I'm getting hungry up in here. Ultimate Tech Hub, me too. It's almost dinner time. Man, you guys are the best. I love you. I appreciate you. Isn't this fun, this YouTube thing? I want to let you know. I want to know why you enjoy YouTube, and I want you to do your best, especially if you're struggling and it's just a lot of negativity. Will you do me a favor and will you do your best right now to think about what are some of the things, like I'm like, oh, closing my eyes. What are some of the things you really dig and appreciate about YouTube, about creating videos? Because here's the thing, everybody wants to have one of these fancy silver play buttons, right? Everybody wants to have a lot of subscribers and views. And if that's all you're working for, then you're robbing yourself from the thing that can be so much more rewarding. Like for me, it's like I really dig it when I see someone moving forward and growing and they've come to my channels and they've left comments, or maybe they've joined my coaching program. Like for example, check this out, Daniel Battelle, like he came to me and I coached him over a period of time and I supported him and like he got it and I saw his dedication. And now he's a speaker. He's got his own group. He works with brands. He is an amazing YouTuber, and that gives me so much fulfillment. So I want you to think about what is it about your journey on YouTube that you dig and appreciate. And I know it's hard, and I want to help you grow. But one of the things that will help you is feeling better about the journey. And Gord says, I love YouTube for all the fellow creators I've met and the opportunity to serve and help. Exactly. I only don't like being stuck in the comparison zone. Yeah. Hey, Gord, I want to encourage you to let that go. Like I feel blessed because the fact of the matter is it took me a lot longer than all my peers to grow. But when we're hanging out in San Diego at the restaurant I chose, and Phil, the guy that started TubeBuddy, and we're all laughing. Nobody is thinking, Brian grew slower. Like we're all equal, and you're equal too. And it just let it go. You're enough. And this goes for really anybody. Daniel the Bomb Battelle. I'll have to send him that. I'm just doing a little screen capture here. It's too bad that I can't airdrop on this computer yet, and I got to get the permission settings. There's so many things, right? Hey guys, let's do this. Really appreciate you being here. If you've got a question that you want me to answer, I want you to leave it in the chat. Let's just call it a chat. Leave it in, get it ready, and I'll call it out in just a few minutes. Question. Let's say I drop a video and all stats, including engagement related ones, are higher than average right off the bat, but after 2 days, the video flops. Why? Because other videos covering similar content simply have better engagement signals. And I'm going to explain it in detail, and hopefully you're going to get this. First step, listen, please, just be with me right now. Just come along on this journey and say, I want to break this down and I want to accept it. I want to understand what Brian's going to lay down. Okay. That's the first step. A lot of people are resistant because they're so built up in the YouTube and the algorithm and small creators and YouTube hate. You know what I mean? And it's like, so believe that you can figure it out. So the thing to think about is no matter the size of your channel, or your subscriber base, what happens is you publish a video, and either viewers who have seen your channel in the past and they've watched, or they're subscribed, are going to be far more likely. Are you following me? In the beginning, when you publish a video, YouTube is going to be most likely to push it out to the audience it feels is going to most likely like your video, really like it, really engage with it, right? Now, that's most likely your subscribers and people that are semi-subscribers. They might not have hit the button yet, but they watch your videos often. And there's plenty of channels where it might take me a month to subscribe. And I'm like, oh, I haven't even subscribed because I keep seeing the videos. I keep clicking, you follow? But here's the thing. If you do really well with that audience, then guess what happens? YouTube pushes your video out to non-subscribers, and you have to compete again. And that's why videos fall off after several days, because now you're competing against other videos that are doing well, that have similar titles and are on similar topics, right? And you've got to compete against those other videos that are doing really well with non-subscribers. Because fact of the matter is, after a handful of days or a week, anybody is going to get most of their views from non-subscribers, even huge channels. Only difference is huge channels get a lot of views early from their subscriber base, from their viewers. And then if the video does well, YouTube pushes it out to, again, non-subscribers, new viewers. In fact, there is a metric now for new viewers. And it really breaks down, do you publish videos that bring non-viewers back to your channel? Okay, so this is brand new metrics YouTube released about a month ago. And it doesn't measure how many views you get. It measures how many new viewers accessed your video. And then it breaks it down again. It tells you the percentage of those new viewers that came back to your channel days later when you published a new video. And this is why it's very hard to publish a video that does well, because we're competing against new viewers. Excuse me. This is real life on this channel. Okay. I got a runny nose. It happens. Question: lately, I've been getting notifications recommending my videos to me. Is it a good sign that some of my videos are getting recommended to viewers? Maybe. What I would do is pay attention to when you publish a video. Just do this. This is what matters. That's fine, but do this. Every time, if you want to grow, number one, choose a niche. Do it. Like, unless you're touched by the hand of God and you're incredibly talented, if that's the case, you ain't watching this live stream, right? Then you're going to have to do everything in your power to improve your odds of success. So choose a niche, publish videos on a regular basis, maybe 1 or 2 a week. And then what I really recommend you do is that you strive to publish a video that ranks in the top 3 of your best performing videos. So, you log into the dashboard and it says your last video is ranked number 7, number 3, number 1. Always try to be in the top 3. And then strive to have a high CTR, a high average view duration, and pay attention to your views. And just do the best you can to focus on those things. Focus on your video editing, your delivery on camera. I just said so I talked earlier about not saying or There, I did it. Hey, what's going on, Hill Country Prepper? Hey, friend, like, I saw one of your comments, man. Listen, your comment was like, and I'm just going to hit you with what I believe is the truth. Appreciate you, want to help and support you. YouTube is not let's get lucky and just be yourself. It's about striving to get better. And your comment was kind of like, hey, just be yourself. And it's kind of there's a bit of luck in. It's not a lot of luck. I believe you can make your own luck when you strive to improve and you focus on the details that a lot of YouTubers don't want to do. B to the G, thanks for the encouragement. The Tube Ritual Facebook group is an awesome gem. It literally keeps on giving. Hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Darren, I believe that's Darren there. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. So kind of you. Who's this? Heidi. Costume Heidi. Heidi's here. Heidi, thank you so much. $20 super chat from Heidi. Goodness, you are just you're amazing. Here we have a question. I'm changing my content. I've lost my passion for commentary. I want to go back to lifestyle. What's the best way to transition? Uh, it's really case dependent. And you either are going to start a new channel or completely navigate your current channel to something new. Here's the problem. If people are subscribing for if they're subscribing for apples, commentary is apples. And you're like, yeah, we ain't got apples. We got oranges. And people are like, I hate oranges. I don't want anything to do with oranges. Then you risk the chance of not only ever growing lifestyle, but alienating the people that subscribe for apples commentary. So what's the best way? I think you really got to be careful about moving forward and transitioning one channel into something else. In fact, it's really hard to do. In fact, I haven't seen a whole lot of people do it. Now, what you can do is the best way to do it is to think like, this is the niche I want to be in, YouTube growth, right? And the best content for YouTube growth is YouTube about how to grow on YouTube, how to get views, how to get subscribers, what's killing your channel, what small creators miss. And that's a small amount of keywords, right? It's probably like 25 subjects spanning a handful, hundreds, I should say, of keywords. But if you go just beyond that, then all of a sudden you get like video editing and branding and things that relate to being a YouTuber, but it's not quite. So when I started out by publishing videos about editing because I felt like it would be easier to drive views in the editing space. And then after I got some success, I began transitioning, but they're related. And honestly, lifestyle and commentary, maybe you can figure that out. I'm not sure. It's not it's not a direct kind of a connection for me. So you might want to think about creating a new channel. Heidi, I just want to say thank you again. Oh, I just appreciate, here's the cool thing. You know what? When you start out on YouTube, I think a lot of us, at least I did, and I know my pal Nick did, we kind of had this idea in our mind that it's like, it's about views and growth. And it's like, yes, but it's also about community. It's about getting to know people. It's about showing up and so on. And absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy about that. So thank you so much. Gang, I want to let you know that this live stream, and I wanted to do this sooner, but I'm having an issue with screen sharing, is sponsored by Spreadshop. And again, just so grateful for the good people over at Spreadshop. We actually made this t-shirt using Spreadshop for our pal Owen. And he's, been battling cancer, kicking cancer's ass, I should say. And you can see right here, if you look closely, Spreadshop, create and profit using Spreadshop. Spreadshop is such an amazing platform. And if you haven't created your own merch, and if you've been thinking about that, I really recommend that you use Spreadshop yourself. It's a really great platform, super easy to navigate, great, comfortable shirts, very soft. I just really, really like their service, and I'm so grateful that Spreadshop is sponsoring this live stream today and sponsors my channel. They work with a lot of great creators. They're a great company. There you have it, gang. Someone just said something like, where is my question? Celia, I've got about 85 people, 79 people watching right now. I'm answering a lot of questions and whatnot. It's hard to keep up. and I can't answer them all at the same time. So if you want to pop in your question in a minute now, I may be able to get to it. Hopefully, I certainly want to. Just know that you can't do it all. You can't tag people on a mobile device. It was ignored. No, it wasn't ignored. It wasn't ignored. You can't jump to everyone at the same time. So exploring with Nug says the man himself, Brian G. Good to see you, Nug. Glad you made it. So awesome. You know what? Ask the question right now, and then I can't. One day you may live stream to 85 people, and you may feel me right now. I ain't ignoring anybody. Okay, if you've got a question, again, feel free to drop it in the chat with a Q in front of it, and I will take your question right this moment. And man, it's been awesome. I'm trying to do a dry March 30-day reviews, huh? Awesome. Okay, sweet. Thank you. I paid and it was on the screen and then it left. Okay, do me a favor. Please ask the questions right now. Maybe I can find it. I really appreciate the super chat so much. I really do. Let me see if I can find it here. It's let me see if I can do this. If you can drop your question in again, I'll just wait a few seconds here. Leslie, it's good to see you. My tarot friend, if you can drop your question in, I'll answer it right now. Going to give you 30 seconds or a minute or so. Okay, it says Celia's question was what? Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. What kind of laptop equipment should I get as a creator? I have a tarot channel that's growing but need better equipment. I record with my phone. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. And hopefully she's still here. Again, the first time back, I'll get a little bit more proficient with, going. I can find the super chats in my studio and things like that. Homekeeping channel. Thank you very much. So what I recommend is, there we go. They're all fantastic. Thank you guys. Right. Exactly. Here you go, Celia. So here's my answer to you. Number one, I love Apple stuff. Apple is making incredible computers, and specifically like laptops, like the Apple Mac using the M1 Pro chip is extraordinarily fast. It's very economical. You can get a lot of computer. They also just released the Apple Studio, a little bit more expensive if you're on a desktop. I just ordered one and I'm super excited to get that. Now, if you're on a PC, the thing I want you to think about is really you want to get the fastest processor you can, and you want to get a good amount of memory and a great graphics card. So it's really three components: processor, memory, graphics cards. Okay. And then think about the best thing you can do too is I would encourage you not to edit on your phone. So here's my phone. And when I started, I actually went ahead and I recorded on my phone and I edit on my iPad. I still do a ton of work, and sometimes I edit videos for fun, like nature stuff, on my iPad because it doesn't feel like work. I'm on the couch, it's comfortable. But the thing is when I'm working, I want a good computer and I want to choose a software app, an editing app like Final Cut Pro or Premiere or Sony Vegas, one of the top tier software apps, because if you're growing, you want to start off with an app that really has no ceiling. So Final Cut Pro, I can continue to learn all the intricacies and cool options I have with Final Cut Pro. Same with Premiere, same with Sony Vegas. Filmora is another great software app, plenty powerful enough. So choose a software app that's going to work for you. I really like Apple myself. And again, like a new MacBook Pro with the M1 processor, M1 Pro or M1 Max, plenty powerful enough. And then go straight to a higher end software app. You might have to, you might have to pay, I was going to say. And I like Final Cut Pro. It's not cheap, but you pay for it and you own it and you're done. So $300, it's a lot of money. But fact of the matter is, like, editing matters. The edit will allow you to dramatically improve your videos. When you learn what to cut, what to add, adding effects, improving the voiceover or the audio and so on. So DaVinci Resolve is one of the best, says KF Survival, and he's so close. DaVinci, I got it though. See that? I got it. KF Survival says DaVinci Resolve. Again, great app, free. I think you can go to a paid version later. If you're going to go with Apple, go to Final Cut Pro, and here's why. Because at that point, here's what's cool. Apple makes their own processors. Apple makes their own graphics chips. Apple makes their own software. Everything is optimized for everything. So when you're on Apple and use Final Cut, you get a very great experience with a good computer. When you have a great computer, it's like butter. And again, you'll never feel like I need to learn a better software app, because Final Cut is the bomb. Final Cut is incredible. Definitely Final Cut. I hear you, man. It's a challenge. You guys are awesome, man. What is this question here? What about videos that have been demonetized? Is it worth it leaving them public or hiding them? I mean, here's the thing. I think you really have to think about, if you're trying to make money, then creating content that doesn't run into demonetization problems. And if you feel like you've got a video that a potential sponsor may not like, then you might want to hide it and take it off of public, but maybe make it unlisted, right? And then moving forward, the best advice is really to focus on moving forward and not breaking terms of service, not using duplicate content a bunch, which is something that people get dung for, especially for like a reaction channel and so on. Another question, I just set up a reaction channel, but I really don't want to get a strike of any kind. Any tips? Don't use a ton of content, and just know the best thing you can do is to really make your video different. And don't play the video for hours and minutes. Show a little bit of the clip, talk about the video, get a reaction, and that's the best bet. But the fact of the matter is, you are taking a chance. If you're doing that kind of a video and at that kind of a channel, you are taking a risk. It's a bit of a risk, and you have to move forward knowing that and so on. So that's my best advice, is to try to minimize the videos you do the reaction on, and don't have them on screen too long. And also be really selective about what kind of content you use, do some research and so on. And I'm sorry, I can't give you a do this, and the other thing, because it's gray. There's no right or wrong. It's just someone deciding to ding you. I love Adobe for editing, but sometimes I jumped on Canva just to do something easy and cool, like overlays and calls to action. I need to check out Canva. I know they've included the editing stuff recently, which is pretty cool. Man, this stream looks good, huh, gang? Man, it's nice. This is it's so nice to have this angle kind of working and whatnot. We got a pop of purple over here, and this, I got to tell you too, this angle was tough because I'm using a wide angle lens, and the wider you go, the more the edges kind of can bend and distort the image. And I got all these lines, right? I got the the line here up and down. I got the line across over here. I got the flow. Oh, talk about ADHD and getting all up in your head and like getting compulsive about, oh, it's not perfect. Do you think Daniel Patel would say Filmora is the best? I think Daniel Patel would say Filmora or Movavi. They're both great software apps. And here's the thing. Um, I think any of those are really great. I don't know if this is the best. Is this the best? It depends on your use case scenario. For me, Final Cut Pro is the best. I am on Apple. People are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you do Apple and you'd spend all that money on Apple and you can get a cheaper PC." I don't care. I'd rather pay a little bit of money. And when I take a photo with this, it shows up on this, and then the photo's here, and then I can drop it to my Mac, and then it's optimized for Final Cut and everything works seamlessly. And it's like, yes, it's a bit more expensive, but I get something for that money. You know what I mean? So think about it in that way and do a little bit of research, choose one and move forward. That's the best advice I can give you. Personal preference on what to use. Shop around until you find one you like. I use a MacBook Pro, but I use Premiere Pro and I love it. Absolutely. And the new chips, if you've probably got one of the newer computers, I bet, Tony, and the new chips like the M1 Pro and the M1 Max. Wow. I actually got the M1 Ultra and I spent a ridiculous amount of money, but I'm so excited to have a hard drive with 8 terabytes of storage. And I'm so excited not to get the beach ball. Because like when I do an intensive edit, man, I've got all these effects and I'm adding grain sometimes, or I'm color correcting, or I'm adding some transitions, and things get bogged down. And I'm excited not to have that beach ball thing. What is going on? Your setup looks amazing. So great to see you live today. Hope you had a great time at the conference. Heidi, I did. Thank you so much. Again, you are amazing. I had so much fun at the conference. And, it was really rewarding to speak at this conference because it's a big deal conference. And you get the best Facebook marketers. You get the best podcasters that are talking on podcasting. And you get the best YouTubers and so many amazing creators and New York Times bestselling authors. And I got to share the stage with all these people. And it was very rewarding. Here's the thing. If I can do it, anybody can, including you. Keep pushing, keep believing in yourself. Gang, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to roll. I'm going to move on. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do this. Head to Facebook. Wish my pal Nick Nimmin a happy birthday. I am going to start live streaming a really good chance on Friday. I'm trying to kind of think in my head, maybe a bit earlier, like maybe like noon my time or 1 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock my time. Hey, if you're a coaching client, we're meeting next week too. We're getting back on the cycle. So I'm super excited about that. Good to see everybody. So yes, live streams are happening. Good chance they'll be on Friday, but we'll see. I'll leave it open for myself. Good to see you today. Thank you so much. See you guys around. Peace, power, people, and poodles. You dig?